everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Monday Minutes. We're here, of course, I'm Brienne, and this is Tori.
Hey guys.
And today we're going to be talking about something a little bit different than what you're used to hearing about. We're actually going to be talking about B2B, which stands for...
Business to business.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
So the first thing I want to know is because, of course, a lot of our customers, a lot of the people that we've met, they bought the hats from us, individually from online.
Yep.
So what's the biggest difference between working with our individual customers and the B2B side of things?
Yeah, so I guess before we jump into that question, I just want to explain what business to business means.
Yes, please.
Yeah, because right now, whenever you come online or come to our website, you're a consumer. So that's called business to consumer. And a lot of people that we're dealing with on the business to business side is when we actually approach businesses to hold our hats. So say a local mom and pop shop, if they're holding Top Knot, or as big as your biggest retailer chain, that's a business. So we actually have a whole other arm of our business that we're doing, that we actually go into retail shops and say, hey, can you hold Top Knot? This is an amazing brand for your customers. And then we actually sell to the business as opposed to selling directly to the consumer. So to answer your question, it is different. It's super different because, you know, with that business to consumer, which we've been working on for the last year together, you really do hone in on that specific individual consumer, right? So like you can talk to them almost, like if they're on our Instagram, we can touch base with them.
Or at the shows in person.
Exactly, when they're coming up to us, right? And so that's such a different avenue than when we do business to business, when we're actually just speaking to the actual corporation at a buying level and don't actually have the direct access to their customers.
Yeah.
You almost have to approach them and trust that they have a wonderful gamut of customers to come in to buy the hat.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And that would be, it's totally different mind. Like thinking, fitting into, it's like two different hats.
It is, and it's all... Nice, fun. I love that. It is two different hats, and it's also exactly how you approach them is different, and also you kind of have to release a little bit of control with your business to business opportunities, because you don't know what they're doing in their business. You can only really suggest what to price it at, what to showcase the hat in their store, and you really just have to kind of let them run with it as best as they can.
So that's one of the challenges when working on the B2B side of things. What are other challenges that we've faced so far?
Yeah, I mean, other challenges are just because it's a new brand too, like we're definitely getting into retailers one by one, and I think that it's actually I would say that's the challenge to initially get our foot in the door. But now that our foot is in the door, it's actually snowballing, which is not a challenge. It's actually like, okay, like, you know, we're in retailer X, Y, and Z down the street. You got to have Top Knot in yours. And that kind of really spruces up the momentum of our business to business side. And that's almost like it started as a challenge, but now it's almost like it's gaining momentum. It's almost like
when you're building a resume. Like the more jobs you have, like it makes it a little bit easier.
When you start with just
just one,
job, like, just let me do it. You know,
but now you can show off where else you've been, and they're like, oh, okay, this all makes sense.
Exactly. So it's super exciting now that we're in the position where we can utilize and leverage those other businesses that we've worked on for the last year, because we haven't really touched it on this.
No, exactly.
The strategy has always been to build the brand first, and then to really dive in on the 2020 side of the business in this capacity. So it's nice that we had a few things fall into our lap that really we've been able to leverage for the future. Yeah.
And next week, Tori is jetting off and has a pretty big, I guess, just entire week ahead of you.
Oh,
Can you tell everyone what's going on?
We're so excited here. We're so pumped for next week. We're actually going to be attending the Active Collective show in Los Angeles. It's actually in Anaheim, California, and it is a purely active and swimwear trade show for business to business. So that is essentially, like, you know, Bree's been at a lot of different trade shows over the year, and we've been chatting with like here, this and that. And this one's a little bit more low key, more so buyers coming in. So it's a little bit, it's a different than the business consumer trade shows.
It's gonna be a different vibe.
But yeah, we're super excited. Just meeting tons of buyers across not only Canada, but the States too, even more the States. And we couldn't be more excited and thrilled to be there. So it's a heavy work week leading up to that trip next week, but I couldn't be more excited to just knock it out of the park.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I wish you could come with me.
I know. Of course, if you're in the area, if you want to meet Tori, she'll be down there.
It's called Active Collective.
And that is all, I think, for this week.
I think so. We can wrap it up, and We can't wait for you to tune in next week. Thanks, guys, so much.
Bye.
Bye.